Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for American Horror Story Freak Show, Season 4, Episode 9, Tupperware Party Massacre. I'm your host, Dom. With me is my co-host, Omikins.
Hi.
Rachel.
Hello.
And, Mike is not down there. Oh. Bye, Mike. What's going on?
I didn't hear the patented burp in this episod. I'm disappointed.
No? That's unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunately, Mike can't make it tonight, so we're three-manning this, or one-manning and two-womaning it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What'd you guys think of this episode?
Okay, I'm gonna go straight out there and say it. As of right now, Freak Show is number 4 on my list of all the American Horror Stories.
Ooh, that is a bold statement.
I enjoy Asylum more than Freak Show.
Ouch. Ouch. This is the prequel to Asylum.
I know.
Rachel?
I don't know. It kind of almost like they're trying to do too much at once. There's too much going on. Granted, Dandy is, keeping on his word and making Jimmy's life a living hell now, but
It's true.
It's not. I don't think there's too much. I just think it's not done at the right pace.
Yeah, it's not holding your attention well.
No.
I kind of see it. It is a little bit slower, but I like the change of pace. I don't want the show to be the same thing year in and year out.
Oh no, I'm just saying that for what it is, the pace just doesn't seem like it clicks to me.
Yeah, I can understand that.
It's almost like they rely too much on the gore aspect than an actual story. And some
Yes, they rely on gore a lot. Have you seen all the other seasons?
I know. No, but I mean, this one seems just a little bit more.
I think the only gore is Dandy. I mean, everything else is just kind of
I mean, it was twisty, but now it's Dandy.
Yeah.
Dandy played quite a nice role in all of this. We had, he killed the Avon lady that came to the door looking for his mother. Right? He ended up using her head to sew to her mother's body to have a puppet show, and used his mother and the Avon lady's head like Bet and Dot.
That's so disturbing.
That is extremely twisted.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even, who do they have writing this show?
Twisted people.
It's almost like they need to make the television version of Saw. That's basically what this is.
Oh God, no.
No, it's Saw. It should have stopped at number 2. I'm sorry.
Saw just should have stopped.
Speaking of which, though, next week's episode, I know we're getting very, very far ahead, but next week's episode is written by James Wong, which was one of the writers for Saw. So,
oh dear Lord,
that you
can expect it.
He's written at least one episode for every season thus far, and coincidentally, they've all been my favorite episodes.
Okay.
So, I don't know if that's going to be the case, reading the synopsis for next week, but we're getting ahead. We'll get there. Dandy not only murdered the Avon lady, and then last week murdered his mother, now he murdered every single one of Jimmy's clients at the Tupperware party.
Well, he said he
His
was gonna
clients.
clients.
No, it's clients.
And I can't do that. Sorry.
I could do it this way. I can't. You can definitely tell I'm not a Trekkie.
Yeah, I can't do it. My fingers
Does that count?
I can't help it. It's just this. See, this one doesn't work because my pinky's broken, so it won't.
Does this count? Does this count?
Yeah.
Not really, because I'm doing this.
Oh.
It's an optical illusion. It's best optical illusion ever.
Danny did say he was gonna fuck up Jimmy's life.
He did.
Yeah,
he framed Jimmy for the whole damn thing.
Well, you know, he probably couldn't have framed Jimmy if Jimmy wasn't drunk and left his glove there.
Yeah, probably not. Because those women weren't going to confess to. I mean, they're not going to, check up their skirts.
Yeah, but a lot of that also had to do with the detective, right? So Regina comes bursting into Dandy about to take a bloodbath. And Dandy just openly confesses, "Hey, yeah, I killed your mother. I killed my mother."
He was very open in many ways that whole scene.
He's like, "Here, come take a bath with me."
I think when he was a kid, he had a crush on her, and she didn't respond, and so.
No, he's just crazy.
Well, that too.
Well, they definitely knew each other as kids. He even said, take a bath like we used to as kids. So, it's almost as if Dandy's completely never grown up at all,
No.
We have a lot of that, but then when he lets her go, I was like, Dandy, what the fuck are you thinking? You just told her that you killed her mother.
He thinks he's above the law.
Yeah. That's what he's screaming. I'm above the law. And he's
but then again, you gotta think
put on
about
some
the
pants.
time when back then, he probably would have been above the law.
It turned out great for him, though. So.
Put on some pants, dude.
He likes being naked. How many times we should go back and see how many times we've actually seen this guy's ass?
Too many. I don't want to go back. You
Well,
can go back.
You say he hasn't grown up. I mean, it's typical for children to want to streak when they're young. It's a thing. So, I mean, it makes sense if you say he's, intellectually still a child.
He wants to be naked.
He wants to be naked.
Naked time.
Yeah. But then Regina ends up coming back to the house with a detective. And she's like, yep, tell him what you did to my mother. And he's just like, yeah, I did it. I did it all. Everything she said, she never lies. Whatever she said must be true. Then he's like, but I'll give you $1 million if you kill her. Did you think he was going to kill her?
Yeah. I knew she was going to die. I didn't know who she was going to do it. As soon as he offered the cop $1 million.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as he offered, because you saw how corrupt the police already were. So it was inevitable for him to say, $1 million, bang.
Well, and then also in that time, what, 1940s, 1950s, $1 million is not what it is today.
No, it was a hell of a lot more.
A hell of a lot more. And corruption in the police department was a lot more. And they could be bought like that. Rich people got away with all sorts of shit. So it's not uncommon.
No.
And not really surprising. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's true.
Bye, Regina.
Unfortunately, she didn't survive this season. That makes me sad. I mean, the actress.
Yeah.
Did she survive last season?
Yeah. She took that bullet and she was like,
oh, yeah. Yep.
And spit it back out. She's like, I ain't dead.
Yeah. Jimmy is becoming a lot like his father.
Drinking.
Drinking and screwing a fat chick? I mean, what? No.
Hey.
Hey, I am a fat chick.
Hey. Ethel was no Ima. Come on now.
I mean, we literally see Jimmy screwing Ima Wiggles. And
it's Barbara.
Ima Wiggles. And Maggie walked in and witnessed the whole thing.
Yeah.
He didn't give two fucks.
He was so drunk he didn't even...
Oh, no, he's been self-medicating.
I mean, That's what I mean by he was becoming like his father. He's becoming drunk, you know, whatever, and he's rage-filled, you know, just like his father. But, you know, his father's not walking around screwing girls.
No, he's touching things that he shouldn't be touching.
Yeah.
That was the most awkward scene.
Okay,
ever.
I was so glad I watched this when my daughter was still at school, because that scene almost made me turn this shit off and walk away.
I was like, what the?
I knew we weren't going to see it.
Well, no.
But
Now we
I'm
know it's
still
extra
curious
long.
of what the hell is going on down there.
And he's big, and he goes, oh my god, he goes, you see it when it's angry, and I'm just like, oh no.
I'm like,
no.
is it a double-headed dong or something?
I have no idea.
It's
but
probably huge.
props to the actor, because
It's probably like a third leg.
Yeah, props to the actor, because he can pull that shit off, and it seems like it's real.
Stanley is just super creepy.
Oh my
like,
god,
he's hit like a whole nother level.
he's so creepy.
Well, he was creepy last season too, and he was a creep in True Blood when he was in True Blood. He's just all around, that actor's just, he plays the creepy roles.
See, I don't even remember him from True Blood. Was he in the first 2 seasons? I don't even remember him from True Blood.
No,
okay.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, Stanley is just, he's super creepy, and I don't know.
He's got a trouser snake.
Yeah, an anaconda.
Anaconda.
But now, like, all right, so we have you know, Bet and Dot are going for what they believe is going to be the surgery. Stanley set up this whole elaborate ruse for the surgery. He's even like prepping one of his stripper friends to like play
His
the role of the doctor. Yeah.
His dumbass boy toy that can't get anything right.
Yeah, exactly. So that would have been a disaster, but luckily Bet and Dot agreed not to go through with the surgery.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is Stanley completely told Bet and Dot a different story of how Ethel died. What happens if Bet and Dot talk to Jimmy or anyone else from the freak show?
Well, I think they separate them. I think that's why they put him in a different place. Probably didn't think that they would sneak
First
out.
off, Jimmy didn't see Ethel's note, so he's just going off what Maggie told him.
Right.
And then after the scene with Bet, Dot, and Jimmy, I don't think Bet and Dot want to ever speak to Jimmy again.
Maybe.
I mean, Bet and Dot can find out from other people, but I mean, if we're just relying on Jimmy, not only in his condition is he not going to be able to tell the story straight, but there's going to be some complete resentment and awkwardness between those three.
Yeah. I mean, the scene with Bet and Dot, where, you know, they, like, disrobe in front of Jimmy, and they're like, don't you want both of us? And Jimmy, like, shot them down. I thought that was extremely weird after everything that just went on with Emma Wiggles, and then, you know, we have what's going on with Esmeralda, and, you know, it's like, it's a love hexagon or something. I don't even know. Like, I can't even keep track of how many people are in this thing, because you have so you have Jimmy, who's with Emma Wiggles, and also Esmeralda, and also Bet.
No.
He never was with Bet.
Well, wanted to be. Was it Bet or Dot? I don't remember. I think it was Bet.
Dot wanted to be with Jimmy.
Dot wanted to be with Jimmy. And then Bet wanted
Dandy.
And Dandy
Now looks like he wants Esmeralda. Yeah.
So...
No, that ain't creepy at all, ain't
okay,
it?
so that's what, a pentagon right now we're up to? Five different people?
You know what? It's like misconstrued, and
Dandy
there's
Regina.
no connections. It's just an open-ended freaking shape that it's not even a shape because it's just lines.
Yeah, but that whole scene with Bet and Dot and Jimmy, like, it was really weird seeing 4 shoulder blades on the those girls when they only have 2 arms. It's really creepy to see those 4 shoulder blades moving. I got really weirded out
I
seeing
didn't
that.
even notice that.
Yeah, the 2 shoulder blades that were like almost touching each other. It was really, really creepy. And it's because you could see where the 2 necks were, so they had the shoulder blade separating it, but it's like a shoulder blade that went into nowhere. It's just like, because you have your shoulder blade on your side, but theirs is just in the middle of their back, but it's not like a bump out that's protruding. You just saw like the shape of the bone in there. And it was just like, I don't know, it was just super creepy. It's really, really weird. But how do you guys think the dynamic of the twins have changed now that they're actually agreeing on things?
They've just learned to accept themselves.
Well, you know what? Bet always accepted.
Mm-hmm.
It was Dot that had a stick up her own imaginary ass.
You would think just by the name of it, this is where I get confused, and it's probably, now that I'm realizing this is a good way to tell them apart, is you would think Dot, just the name, to be the more ditzy of the 2, but Dot is actually the more intelligent of them. Bet is the more ditzy one. So it's opposite of what you would think. So just keep that in mind. That's how I'm going to remember who they are. It's funny that I'm getting this now 9 episodes in, and we have like 3 episodes to go.
Intellect is not a factor when you want to, tell the difference between Bet and Dot. It's their attitude. Dot is completely straight-faced. She's reserved. She's strict. And Bet, she's happy-go-lucky.
She's a free spirit.
She's a free spirit. That's how you tell the difference between the two.
She's naive. That's what I mean by ditzy.
She's very naive.
I guess I don't mean ditzy,
childlike.
but yeah.
I think that's why. I think that's why Dandy fell for her.
Right, and the childlike quality is what I would expect out of the one named Dot, which is not the case.
I got you. I know that. Yeah, I get you there.
Her name is Dorothy.
Dot. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so it's their personalities, to me anyway, are reversed from what their names should be. But yeah, it's just the fact that they're agreeing now not to do the surgery and that they should stay together. And it's kind of touching the whole... Remember when we learned how to tie our shoes and Mother got us the shoes because she didn't think we could do it. And then we learned how to do needlepoint and, all that. And she's like, everything that they threw at us and said that we couldn't do, we've overcame and we did it. And, that really put Dot in perspective and was just like, you know what, you're right. I don't want to give this up. So.
But, something? Mr. Trouser Snake's going to find a way.
To split them again?
No, he's not going to split them because he, like what he told.
Well, no, I mean,
he's going to put them down.
Not split them, but I mean, he's
going to find a way to get
hard again.
Get them
off with their heads.
He's going to find a way to get them
hating each other again.
Something, or get them into a place where they're both get put down.
Or just kill them.
Yeah. Well, that's what he wanted to do. He just wanted to put them to sleep and overdose them with anesthesia.
We saw in the premonition kind of thing, it's just their busts that are, floating around in this tank. It's not even their full body. I think for like a specimen like that, you'd want the full body.
Yeah.
So...
At least to where they, start being connected.
It's only up to, just above their tits, was in the preview we saw.
Yes.
So,
like their waist, right around the waist area.
No, not waist. It was literally up here at the top
we're
of their
talking
chest.
about, physically where they're connected.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, they're connected.
It's,
just above the waist.
It's like their liver or whatever.
Yeah.
The half end of that.
But in the premonition, they were cut off at the top of the chest.
Yeah.
And I personally think the entire specimen would fetch better in one of those freak show, sideshow, Ripley, believe it or not, attractions.
Yeah, because you want to see, one being with 2 hands and 2 heads. I mean...
Yeah.
That's the creepy part about it, I guess, when you see it, you would see it in a jar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe, I don't know.
Jimmy kind of breaks down. He starts ripping, they're taking the posters down of, his mother and Ma Petite, Bearded Lady and Ma Petite are coming down, and he starts freaking out. He's trying to put them back up, and he can't do it, and he just breaks down, starts crying. He's freaking out, and that's when the cops come and take him away.
That's not when the cops come. He goes back to his trailer. That's when Bet and Dot are there. That scene takes part. They leave. He throws the bottle. Here's the cops, goes outside, says, "What the F you there?"
Yeah. And he gets taken away. What do you think's going to happen to Jimmy?
He's going to get fucked up.
They're going to beat him.
Something's going to happen.
Is he going to end up like Meep the Geek?
Probably not.
No, I don't.
From what the previews I see, I don't know. What's his face from the Hollywood? Stanley, he has something to do with it too. So
yeah, Stanley's gonna break him out because he still needs him for the freak show because he does have the lobster hands.
Yep.
And then what is it? Episode 11 and 12, we see new people coming in. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be interaction between them and Jimmy.
As of right now, this listing for the show is only showing 12 episodes, where the last 2 went 13. Season 1 was the only other one at 12. Season 2 and 3 were at 13. And here we are, Season 4. I don't know. I believe we're only going to have 12 unless they announce something different. But I couldn't get official confirmation anywhere as to the grand total amount of episodes. I only see up to 12 listed. What the hell just happened? Rachel, I don't hear you.
Oh, sorry about that. But that's funny. She just said, "Oh shit," and lost it.
Yeah, so now your head is all over the place.
Sorry.
I don't know what happened to Nikki.
Don't have Nikki.
I will throw the title card back up until this gets fixed because I don't have any frame set up for $2. But outside of that with Jimmy, Elsa, it's kind of refreshing for me anyway to see the actress play this type of role for Elsa.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the first time in all of the American Horror Story seasons that she gets to play a victim instead of like the main villain.
Yeah, wants to. It's so weird. It's like they want to peg her as the villain, but really she's not. She's really a victim.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Welcome back. Where'd you go?
The cat was like, for the last 10 minutes, she's been trying to get up on my lap. So she decided to be a bitch and jump up on my computer and press my power button.
Oh, so you weren't paying attention to her, so she was just like...
Yeah. It was like instantaneous. She jumped up on there and she's like, boop. And I'm like, oh shit. And then I was gone.
Yeah, I just heard, oh shit. And then you disappeared. So I had to cut to the title card, but welcome back. But I was just saying that Elsa, like the actress, what's her name? I forget her name now.
Jessica Lange.
Jessica Lange. For the first time in American Horror Story, she gets to play the victim instead of the villain. It's kind of an interesting dynamic for her.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it was like she's kind of playing both in a way.
Yeah.
She's playing a villain, but yet she's being victimized by even more of a villain.
Yeah. It's definitely a nice, interesting change for her.
She's just sitting there.
I'm so angry right now.
I was gonna say you don't look pleased.
No, I'm not. She's such a stubborn. Okay.
You ladies have anything else you'd like to discuss for this episode?
I don't know. I'm almost waiting for it to end.
Really? You're in the same boat as Nikki?
That's why I said as of now. When they introduce the next couple interesting characters, I will rejudge it.
When Neil Patrick Harris comes, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and his husband, when they come in, that's when I'm going to rejudge this show, because that's where it's going to be like, yay or nay.
See, like, shit goes down in the last couple episodes.
It always does.
It always does.
Mm-hmm.
But is it going to be at the, at the level of all the other ones? Because, I did really, like I said, as of now, as, like, build up, I enjoyed Asylum more. And the end of Asylum really was actually really interesting.
The end of Asylum, I think, was the best part about that season. It was it was very redeeming kind of an ending that I liked.
Freak Show's kind of going like this, right? Slowly and kind. So unless it goes like this,
right,
I'm gonna say Asylum's still better.
I guess. Next episode is called Orphans. Right, as I mentioned earlier, it is directed by the writer for Saw, James Wong. The death of a freak sparks troubling behavior in Pepper. Rest in peace, Salty.
Well, they did show in the previews. Yeah.
What did they show in the previews?
They showed Salty.
Oh, did they?
And Pepper over top of him.
Side note, we do know that Sister Mary Eunice will be appearing in this episode. So that the troubling behavior in Pepper is going to spark Sister Mary Eunice's debut or return, however you want to look at it. Because technically this would be the first time in the American Horror Story timeline that we would see Sister Mary Eunice. However, we know her from season 2, Asylum, as one of the Asylum nuns. And, yeah. We know the story behind Pepper is she supposedly killed her spouse, or her brother, or however it was. I don't remember how it was worded. I think it was her brother. Supposedly. Yeah, so, and Pepper said in the thing she was framed for it. So, I have a feeling Stanley is going to be involved in this. He's going to frame Pepper. Pepper's going to get taken away. Also, Elsa reveals the history of the freak show, and Desiree grows suspicious of Maggie. So, not a whole lot outside of the Pepper story, but I think this is going to be a very Pepper-centric episode, which is... if Pepper goes away in this episode 10, I'm going to kind of be sad here. Because Pepper's been... We know Pepper's going to be in episode 10, so that makes Pepper in every single episode thus far. She's been in all 10 episodes. Bet and Dot have only been in 8 of the episodes up to this point, so we don't even know if they're going to be in next week's. If they are, they'll be in at 9. Pepper is outdoing them by 1 episode right now.
I think that's because of the rule that was broken about connecting the seasons.
Right.
And Pepper is the connection.
Right. I mean, I don't even know if it was a broken rule, so to speak, because we've had hints of it. We talked earlier on at the beginning, like our first or second podcast, about the possible connection between all the seasons that have been going on from the start,
There are possible connections. People have alluded to them, but this is a direct connection. Pepper gets taken to the asylum in this season. So it is a direct connection to the asylum.
I also, in our thing, I linked a interview with the actress that plays Pepper, and she openly admits that they broke the rules for her.
Yeah, for her alone.
For her character.
Yeah. I guess. I don't see it being a rule, so to speak, but it's definitely breaking the norm. I don't think they clearly set out a list of rules being like, they are not connected, and then going, okay, we'll break it just for Pepper. I think it's just, it happened kind of thing. So.
I think it's their first direct link.
Right, it is, and that's what makes things moving on from this season forward.
And
they've
denied every other fan connection. That's
they haven't
what's going
denied
on.
them.
Well, see, when they asked her to come back, they didn't tell her that she was going to play Pepper.
Right.
No.
She didn't know for.
She didn't know. She thought she was going to play some other character.
Right.
So, they obviously had something already planned.
Yep. So, should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I know You guys aren't. You just want it to end.
Oh, no, I don't want it.
Neil Patrick Harris.
I want to see where they're going with Neil Patrick Harris and his husband. I want to see those characters, and I want to see what happens with them, and how that affects the rest of the freak show, and like Dandy and all those, all the other aspects of it. Like, I want to see Stanley dead.
We killed Stanley and Dandy.
I want to see Dandy as the only one that lives through all this.
Oh, God.
I kind of want to see Dandy kind of disappear without any trace. Leave it completely open and mysterious.
The final scene of Freak Show is just him walking off into the sunset with his bare ass in the wind.
With his bare ass. The solar glare, like a flare, a lens flare, just kind of like bouncing off the sheet of his ass.
He's glowing. He's glittering like Twilight and shit.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Nope.
Stop right there.
Nope.
Stop it.
Nikki, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Excellent. Rachel, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Savannah17 on Twitter.
Excellent. You can find me down below at Phenomedom, PHENOMEDOM.
Stuff and things.
You can also find us on
She was just waiting. He was waiting.
Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, Ace, and right here on YouTube /ASOTV podcast. There's more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Till next week, mid-season finale. I'll see you guys later.
Bye. Bye. Now I'm gonna take like 5 minutes. I'm gonna go lock the cat up, because if I don't and she comes near me again, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Come on, you don't want to hit the power button again? Would it?
No.
Would that cat still be alive if did that during a Hearthstone game?
Oh god, I'd probably be relieved. Like, okay.
I was losing anyway. Thank you, cat.
Yeah, I was gonna concede anyways.